Alright guys, how's it going? Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another Street Fighter Duel video. And in today's video, I'm going to carry on doing some character showcases, okay? If you check out the channel, this isn't anything new, I've done a few of them already, and my plan was actually to do every single one of them at one point or another, giving you what I think of the units and stuff like that. But since starting out the free-to-play journey, I've started to appreciate that, you know what, it's not all about the Roses of the world and the Bisons and stuff like that. There is so many units in this game that absolutely speak to everyone, you know, and for some of these characters, the free-to-play options are very good, and it is a type of character you're more likely to be able to get up to a higher rarity level relatively quickly, especially in comparison to some of the Master and Inferno units out there. So in this video we're going to be talking about my current champion, the man, the myth, the legend that is Guile, right? Guile is a monster. Guile is a monster, right? When it comes to DPS options, if you are free to play, if you are a minnow, a dolphin, technically if you're a whale, but if you're a whale, you're going to go for the shinier options that I already said, okay? But Guile is an absolute monster, right? Straight up. Let's look at what he does, right? So, he's passive. 30% chance of gaining Saber when dealing ranged damage to an enemy. Lasts for 15 seconds. Trigger interval 5 seconds, increases interval to 2.5 seconds, increases the chance to receive Saber to 50%, and the trigger interval is 0.5 seconds at level 4, so that's maxed, right? So Saber, each stack allows the fighter's attacks to ignore 7% of enemy defense, stacks up to 5 times and cannot be dispelled, right? So what's that? 7 and 7 is 14, 14 and 14 is 28, 35%, ignore 35% of enemy defense, right? That means that he can do big damage, right? Absolute big damage. The good thing about Guile is he's not doing that to single targets, right? Now, as you progress in this game, you'll notice that early on, AoE damage is important, right? And you might think to yourself, there's probably going to come a point where it switches and it starts to become more about single target damage. It really doesn't, right? It really doesn't. When it comes to PvE, so trying to progress through your story, AoE damage remains important throughout. And this man can literally help you smash through walls that you might be coming up against, okay? Now, sure, to take full advantage of him, you might have to use other characters as well alongside of him, but this man is no slouch. He is absolutely pumping out the numbers when it comes to damage, right? So let's go over his kit, then we'll look at his fighting spirit, and then I'm on the free-to-play account just now. I'll jump over and try and show you it in action on a stage that is relatively difficult, right? So, his starting super attack, Sonic Hurricane. Super combo. Charge and release a spinning wave which lands a heavy hit on the nearest enemy for damage equal to 106% of attack, right? I know you're probably thinking, oh, that's not that much. Additionally, triggers an explosion that hits multiple enemies for 317% of attack and inflicts armor break, right? That's good, right? Now, where did that go? The explosion causes 30% additional damage to enemies with more than 70% HP. Awesome. The explosion inflicts armor break times 1. So I think in total that means you get 2. I can't remember, we'd have to see it in action, right? Armor break decreases defense by 3% for 15 seconds, stacks up to 10 times, base chance affected by effect accuracy and effect resist. Now remember, because that stacks up to 10 times, if you've got characters like maybe Cammy in the support role, she's also going to be inflicting armor break, so you can have that stacked quite high if you've got a setup like that, okay? And you're going to be doing a lot more damage in kind of scenarios like that, which again can help you push on that little bit further and do even more damage to the enemy, right? So his next one, I must admit, very rarely do I use Sonic Blade, because usually when I'm using Guile for super start, super end. So basically starting the combo or initiating the combo and finishing the combo with his third attack, basically, right? But we'll look at this one anyway. So, charges and hurls 3 sonic waves at the nearest target to deliver heavy hits, dealing damage equal to 417% of attack in total. Each strike has a 15% chance to inflict armor break. Increases damage to 469% of attack. Obtains 1 stack of saber, which we already spoke about before, when unleashed. Damage increases by 25% when the HP is higher than 90%. So starting out a fight, you could use him pretty early on, because if you've not taken a lot of damage, Guile is going to have a good amount of HP, so he should be doing an additional 25% in that first combo chain, which is obviously going to be really good for you. But again, I would probably end up then switching to have him back starting the combo chain, so that I'm using combo 1 and 3, right? I say 1, but I mean super, right? And then ending on 3. So we already know about armor break, there's no point in talking about it. So we've got this one here, but this does change, right? We just need to say this changes with his fighting spirit, this becomes something else, but we'll still talk about this for now, right? So he vaults backwards several times and strikes multiple targets within range 3 times, dealing damage equal to 502% of attack to each target, right? So that's a lot of damage, right? Increases the damage dealt to enemies to 552% at 3 times saber. The fighter consumes 2 times saber to trigger an additional explosion that deals AoE damage equal to 288% of attack. Again, additional, right? At 5 times saber, the final kick consumes 4 sabers to trigger 2 additional explosions that deal AoE damage equal to 288% of attack, right? Big dammy, big numbers, it's what you like to see. Easy enough to get this guy up in comparison to other units. But that changes, right? That skill itself, somersault explosion, actually changes as you level this guy's fighting spirit, right? So, saber kick. This replaces somersault explosion. Kicks out with a sonic blade that strikes multiple targets within range 2 times, dealing damage equal to 522% of attack to each of them, and inflicting armor break. It consumes 1 saber when possible to increase this skill's damage by an additional 20%. At 3 sabers, the skill consumes 2 more stacks to trigger an explosion. At 5 saber, it consumes 4 more stacks to trigger 2 explosions. Each explosion deals AoE damage equal to 288% of attack. Big damage, big numbers. It's what you want to see. And he's doing it to everyone, right? He's not just doing it to one unit, he's doing it to everyone, which is clutch. It's absolutely clutch, and it's what you want to see, right? So if we move down here, we can see his other fighting spirit unlocks. So in the assist position, he 25% to gain saber. What I will say is, honestly, when it comes to an assist unit, Guile is not one that I go to very often, right? So I'm not at all going to try and sell this guy to you on the merits of his assist ability, because for me, there's better options out there, and he's not a unit that I regularly look to put into the assist slot, right? So at level 10 fighting spirit, saber kick increases damage resistance by 30%, right? So again, that is this skill here, right? So damage resistance up by 30%. Anytime you've got more survivability, that is absolutely clutch. More survivability plus high damage is just top banana. It's what you want to see, right? Unlocked at 20, immune to control and obtains super armor when unleashing saber kick. Even better. Unlocked at 30, saber kick's bonus explosion no longer consumes saber stacks, which means you're going to be able to get that off all the time, right? I mean, what can you say? That is good. That is good numbers, right? This guy is going to perform for you. Now, hopefully this works straight out the gate, first time, no issues at all. I pushed on a bit, 1440. We'll have a video talking about the updated progress on the free-to-play account. Let's just say things went very well last night. But let's jump in here just now. What we'll do is we will level up, but we'll jump in here just now and we'll see Guile, who has now got his fighting spirit and stuff like that working for me. I've got him up to fighting spirit 18, so 2 more to go, and he'll be looking really good on my free to play squad. In this battle, we are still quite outmatched, not necessarily on level, but we are on regards to awakening levels, so it shouldn't be a walk in the park. But what I'll do is I'll try first of all to do it on auto to see if Guile needs the help of Zhang, but if it doesn't work on auto, it'll work on manual, because obviously Zangief interrupts Guile coming in with the big damage. But his combo chain is going to start off exactly as I said. He will throw out the big AoE damage first of all. Zan pulls him in, and then again with a new saber kick. It's almost done. I mean, you can see there it's almost done. He's just doing so much damage that he's clearly going to be the MVP here. There's going to be absolutely no problems. Although we might die. We might die! I'm saying this, we might die. We died. Right, so I've got to do it manually, right? I did say I might have to do it manually, because Mad Ryu coming in there and just absolutely decimating foes. So we'll do it manually, and I'm almost 100% sure we will clear this no problem at all, because Guile is definitely going to put up the numbers for me. So we'll do the heal, pull them all together. I did hit that. We'll hit them with this again. Give them a wee bit of healing just to make sure everything's safe. Hopefully now we should get this done, I think. Guile with a big AoE again. Oh, come on Guile, you can do it. Don't let me down, Guile. Don't let me down, Guile. Ryu with this crazy fireball again. He just... How does he get so many fireballs? I do not understand how he gets so many fireballs. Do not take this as a reflection of Guile not doing the goods. It's nothing to do with that. It's to do with me being poor and not actually hitting these buttons fast enough. This time Guile will do it. Mark my words, Guile is about to show you that what I've said about him is true. He is here to perform for everyone day and night. So now we'll do this slightly different. Slightly different. Chun-Li, I didn't even need you in my team to begin with. So we'll do that, we'll get the heal off, we'll do this, bang. I've timed it badly again, although Guile, come on, get your attack in. Come on, Guile, come on, Guile, come on, Guile, come on, Guile. Ryu, don't super first. Guile. Right, well, this is turning into a fail compilation. That was not the plan. This is me. You're seeing it. This is me. This is me being exposed for being poor at this game, right? So I'm making content for you guys, and at the same time, I'm being poor at this game. Right, so this is going to be it this time, trust me. Trust me. Honestly, take it to the bank. 100%. We're using that, we're popping that, bang, we're popping that, bang, we're popping that, bang, we're doing that. There we go. See what happens when you actually play properly. Guile carries hard. Anyway, if you're free to play, if you're someone who doesn't really want to go chasing the top level units in the game because they're going to cost you a lot of money, Guile will do it for you. Guile will perform. He is an absolute solid unit. Absolutely solid. At times you might have to use people like Zangief to interrupt, but I think we all know that sometimes that's just needed in some events, because let's be real, the computers teams are a little bit, I want to say, cheesy. Like using two of the same unit and stuff like that at times. But Guile will perform, Guile will take you places, and Guile, in my opinion, is absolutely top tier. He is top tier, great unit, well worth your time. Anyway guys, I've been Hayzink, thanks for watching, catch you in the next one, and just ignore those failures. Hadouken!